Good afternoon. In the event of an emergency, please make your way to the nearest lighted exit in an orderly fashion. The main building exits are located through the pink doors that you've entered. The assembly point is directly outside the doors. Please notify any Derby Doll personnel in case of any emergencies.
A Los Angeles Derby Dolls bout consists of 4 quarters, each lasting 15 minutes. These quarters are divided into 60-second rounds called jams. Each team has 5 players on the track in each jam, 4 players called blockers, and 1 point-scoring player called the jammer. You can always distinguish the jammers from the other players on the track by their starred helmets. It's the jammer's job to try to score points, and the blocker's job to try to stop them. The first whistle will sound to start the jam, and the blockers launch onto the track. The blockers form a tight grouping called the pack. The jammers race their way around the track and catch up to the pack. The jammers must then fight their way through the pack. The blockers from the opposing team will try to stop them, while the blockers on their team try to assist them. The jammers have now broken out of the pack and must race their way around the track and meet up with the pack again. Keep an eye on the jammer in front. She is your lead jammer and can call off the jammer by placing her hands on her hips. The pink jammer is now in position to score. She receives 1 point for each member of the opposing team she passes. As the pink jammer racks up points, the yellow jammer catches the pack and is now also in position to score. The yellow jammer will also receive 1 point for each member of the pink team she passes. The jam ends when 60 seconds have elapsed, or when the lead jammer calls off the jam by placing her hands on her hips. Players are not permitted to purposely trip or tackle their opponents. Players can block each other using their bodies and shoulders, but cannot use their elbows, forearms, or hands. Players violating the rules will be placed in the penalty box located on the infield, forcing their team to skate the next jam with 1 less skater. The game ends after 4 quarters. The team with the most points at the end of the bout is your winner.
Hello everybody and welcome to Valhalla for this day of exciting roller derby action, junior roller derby action between the Junior Tough Cookies and Junior Fight Crew. Are you ready to meet the skaters?
Can you hear me? Okay. Skating out first are our Tough Cookies. Number 15, Trauma Queen. Number 27, Luna Shovegood. Number 31, Rainbow Crash. Number 60, Anna Death Chase. Number 64, Smackaroni. Number 74, Furious George. Number 88Q, Sweet Baby Rage. Number 214 is Stormy Sky. Number 333, Ragdoll. Number 757, Thugs Bunny. Number 999, Jurassic Punk. Number 1313, Impaler Swift. Number 1612, See Ya Later. Number 2107, TheBomb.com. Number 3355, Vivi Vroom. Number 5149, Slaying Mantis. Number 5533 is Mad X. Number 6248 is Pink Poison. Number 22 is your co-captain, and that's Nia Broughton. Number 42 is Chemical X, and that is your captain for Tough Cookies.
Coaching for the Tough Cookies are Jezahel and Moulin Rouge. One more time, Tough Cookies! And now, welcome to the track, your Fight Crew! Number 14 is Hell on Wheels! Wearing 19, Bloody Holly! 4-6, Wensley Adams. Number 52, Manic Panic. 6-3, Beetlejuke. 101, it's Lash Out Loud. 189, Destroyer. 206, it's Broken Bones. 213, Smackzilla. 225, Jawbreaker. 512, Ziggy Stardust. 808, it's Mayhem. Keeping it cool. 817, Feed Me Punisher. 976, Courtney Shove. 1201, Gizmo. 1975, Queen Cobra. 1997, Jolteon. 2011, Stitches. Co-captain of Fight Crew is number 13, Raven. And your captain of Fight Crew wearing 857, Kitten Crush. Coaching Fight Crew, Lusty Loveless and Dooms Daisy. That's it for Fight Crew.
Now it's time to introduce our undefeated enforcers. Our head ref today is the King Slayer. Our game executioner is E.T. Carroll. Jam refs, Casey Cajones and Suspect Ed. Our pack refs are Meta Kyle and Wild Bill Hookup. Hiccup. Our outside pack ref, our first one is Voltron. Our penalty tracker is Hassel Black. Our penalty tracker assistant is E.T. Ariana. Our penalty box administrators are Deathly Hollers and Shakira. Our eyes in the sky, Lady Macbeth and Helvetica. And our scoreboard operator is Penaltina, and our whiteboard operator is Bunny Holly. Thank you very much, enforcers.
We also like to thank our EMTs, the Doll Repair Team, the Track Monkeys, and the Rad Crew, our DJ MacBook Air. I am Trixie Biscuit, and I'm joined here by Whiskers. Hey, Whiskers.
Hey, Trixie. Glad to be here with you today.
Me too. And the Derby Dolls acknowledge that we gather on traditional, unceded Keech and Tongva land. We ask the League members and the Derby Dolls community to honor with gratitude the Keech and Tongva people, elders, and the land itself. We are grateful to the earth and sun and deities of this world and of the Keech and Tongva people. All right, folks, there's just one more thing to say, and that is, are you ready for roller derby action? Make some noise out there, Los Angeles. Oh, yeah. They sound ready, Whiskers. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody sound more ready.
Oh, yeah. I think so.
It's a little toasty out here, but we're gonna keep it cool.
It's a little hot for March.
A little bit. Is it March? Good Lord. When was that allowed?
It's wild.
All right, and there is that opening whistle.
Right.
For those of you who haven't seen this before, here's how it works. Both teams field 4 blockers and 1 jammer. The jammer is the player with the star on their helmets. They're starting there behind the pack. Those are your point-scoring players. When the whistle blows, the packs will take off, and the jammers will try to rush through the packs, lap the pack, and then come around again, and they'll get 1 point for each opposing player they pass. And there is your lead jammer, Fight Crew.
That's Brook and Bones.
Brook and Bones.
Out first, followed closely by
Rainbow Crash. The jammer in front is the lead jammer and has the power to call off the jam by patting their hips, and that's exactly what Brook and Bones did. Ending the jam, no points for either side.
Looks like we have 1 player for Fight Crew in the box. So 1 blocker down.
That's right, that is 2-1-3. That's Smackzilla down for arms.
All right, we have Tough Cookies in the lead. That's 8-8. That's Rage. And now we have Fight Crew out. Quickly behind.
Both jammers out. Fight Crew trying to speed up the pack, but the Cookies denying that. They are trying to slow down.
Yep. Jamming for Fight Crew, that was the captain, Kitten Crush.
Rage breaks through, calls it off, picks up 4. That's our first score of the game. Tough Cookies drawing first blood. They're up 4-0. I should put my glasses on. Then maybe I could see what's happening.
Right.
I knew something was missing. It's like I've got my headphones, I got my computer, I got my partner.
We got Tough Cookies in the lead.
There goes Smackaroni, lead jammer for Tough Cookies.
Fight Crew is still working hard to get out of that pack. Got a good assist there from Lash.
Smackaroni starts scoring points, gets hung up on Jolteon's hip and calls it off. Picks up 3 on that jam. Cookies extend their lead 7-0.
Ooh, okay.
And Fight Crew sends another one into the box. This time it's who dat? 13?
13. Directional block. Wait, 13.
I don't have a 13. Oh, that's Raven, the co-captain.
Oh, there you go. 13. Directional block. DB.
Fast-paced game. These jams just keep coming. One jam after another. Oh! Jammer introduced into the infield there.
Both jammers working really, really hard to get out, and Tough Cookies in the lead.
Yeah, that's VV Broom, who had one battle after another getting past Beetlejuke. Beetlejuke was in there to really do business. Ziggy Stardust hanging up that jammer on the rail. Fight Crew jammer escapes, but is not lead. You can tell who the lead jammer is because the ref wearing their corresponding color will be pointing at them and holding up an L in the air. They're not calling him a loser. They're saying you are the lead jammer.
Lead. And pointing. The pointing is
yes, pointing at the person who makes the points. Fight Crew still not on the board. Cookies extend it to 8-0.
1 point for oh wait, 5 points for Cookies. 12-0.
Ooh, double digits.
Yeah.
And a very full penalty box there for Fight Crew.
Uh-oh, we got 3 in the box. What'd y'all do? We got a OTO, I believe.
Yep, the officials are going to take a second to make sure that we're getting all of these penalties recorded and assessed correctly. That's a Z Stardust with a low block, 63 Beetlejuke with stopping, and 1201 Gizmo for skating out of bounds. Now, you can't have just one blocker. You always have to have 2 blockers. So the situation here is that Gizmo is going to skate in this next jam and then will sit in the following jam so that Fight Crew can have 2 blockers. We're all so glad to have you here with us today. Who here is here cheering for the Fight Crew? And who's cheering for Tough Cookies? Woo! I always kind of feel like whoever I say second is always louder because they know what kind of bar they have to reach.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They have the upper hand. 100%.
Because it's hot. You don't want to cheer more than you've got to cheer.
Right.
Not this early anyway.
And then, like, maybe they're doing other stuff.
They could be doing other stuff. They could be knitting. They could be learning Latin. They could, who knows what they might be doing in the stands. Yeah.
Doing arts and crafts.
All right, but what we are doing is getting right back into this game. Cookies are ahead 11-1. Cookies are the team in green. We'd like to welcome everybody who's with us on YouTube. Hey, YouTube.
Ooh,
thanks for coming.
We got 21 people in the chat today.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
And Fight Crew's got lead jammer. That's Wensley Adams out with a big lead. Furious George escapes the pack. Pack's going real slow. And Kitten Crush opens up a huge hole on the inside. Jammer flies through and calls it off. That was pretty. Fight Crew finally on the board. 4 points.
Woohoo.
Nothing for the Cookies on that one.
We have here Papa Thugs, a.k.a. Thug Daddy, rooting for all the athletes, and a special happy birthday to Thugs Bunny.
Aw, happy birthday, Thugs. We got a lot of birthday shout outs today. Rage goes to the box for directional block for the cookies. Broken Bones sends the Cookies Jammer out.
Calls it real fast.
Gets back on just in time to call it off. If you get knocked down on the track in your lead jammer, you can still call it off, but if you exit the track, you must enter again on all 8 wheels, on your feet, in control, before you are permitted to call it off. Cookies Jammer made it just in time. Nobody in the box, full packs, full hearts, can't lose. Oh, and hung up briefly at the high end, but getting out. Thugs Bunny.
That's it. She must have made a birthday wish.
Yeah, my birthday wish is to get lead jammer.
Yeah.
Thugs meets Kitten Crush at the back, but gets a little help from number 22, Nia Brawleton, co-cap.
Calls it off. Got some more points on the board for Cookies.
Yep, 2 more. Dos más.
And none for Fight Crew. That's
Penalty.
strategy right there.
Well, that's the thing about roller derby. You do have to play offense and defense at the same time. Not a lot of sports where that's true. And part of that, a huge part of that strategy is preventing the other team from scoring points. That is why the lead jammer position is so powerful. It's not just because they have the coolest helmets. Chemical X is out there, lead jammer.
Let's see if there's going to be any points on the board today. Ooh. The enforcers would tell us.
Yeah, nothing doing.
No.
Tried to hit it and quit it, but just kind of quit it and then hit it, and that's not the order you're supposed to do that in. You score the points when your hips pass the hips of an opposing player. It doesn't matter if your head, your arm, your tongues, Lightning McQueen style gets out in front of them. It's just hips against hips.
Hips only. Hips don't lie.
Jinx.
All right, we got Trauma Queen out for Cookies.
Trauma Queen substituting. A lot of subs on the Cookies today. Trauma Queen's one of them.
Quite a few subs. Trauma gets out and calls it.
Very nice slide through the pack. 4 points.
Very fancy. Smooth.
Smooth. And nobody else in the box. Yeah, I know they had some skaters get sick, you know, even though
bummer.
it's 16 million freaking degrees, it still is sort of winter. And,
It's
you know,
been going around.
yeah, people are passing all kinds of ick around.
It's a lot of stuff going around in these winter-ish months.
I've had the pleasure of having the same sinus headache for 3 weeks. It's wonderful.
That sounds about right.
It saves a lot of money having the same sinus headache, you know?
Yeah.
1975 Queen Cobra, who always has a lot of fans in the chat, I know. Queen Cobra is lead jammer.
Jamming against 1313 and Paler Swift. Trying to get out and makes it out. Go Impaler.
Queen Cobra passes all the blockers and calls it off.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
I wasn't sure Queen Cobra was going to try to catch that jammer too, but decided, let's call it off.
Yeah, let's save our energy.
Save your energy. It's a good day for saving energy. Energy management is going to be key during these hot weather games, for sure.
For sure. We got 8 points for Junior Fight Crew. 17 for Cookies.
Oh, Smackaroni tries to lay it on King Crush, but King Crush spins it, shakes it off, and is lead jammer for Fight Crew. And a death chase, wearing the star for the Cookies. But it's Crush who hits the pack, passes two, but trips over a skate, hits their knees, and calls it off.
Smooth moves there as well.
Oh, yeah, and closing that gap a little bit more. It's 11 for Fight Crew, 17 for the Cookies. And one more Fight Crew in the box, Wensley Adams with a low block.
Oh, Wensley.
Some very nice footwork through the pack from Jolteon. They are your lead jammer for Fight Crew. Jolteon tries to ride his hell on wheels through the pack, but gets cut off and assisted all the way into the infield by Chemical X. Forced to call it off. Did they pick up any? Yes, 1 point. One very hard-fought point for Fight Crew.
Chemical X over there was blocking like really well.
Yeah, Chemical X, there's a reason Chemical X is wearing that C.
Yeah, for sure.
Under 5 minutes to go in the first. After the first, we're going to take a little break, 5-minute break, and you can go get some refreshments, go check out the merch table, go see some of our vendors outside.
For sure. If you're thirsty or hungry, we have 2 vendors out there. Lemonade Corral, fresh squeezed lemonade.
Oh, that sounds so good. Oh, huge hit. Huge hit into the infield. That was Furious George, I believe. Just put down the boom on Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice helping their own cause. Hangs up that jammer on the rail. Jammer on jammer violence, my favorite kind.
I mean, what other kind is there?
Well, there's blocker on jammer and blocker on blocker. And sometimes you hit a ref. You shouldn't hit a ref, but sometimes you do hit a ref.
No. That's not violence, though. It should be accidental.
That is accidental.
And
Is accidental violence still violence?
Well,
or is it just mayhem?
It's just, mayhem. Yeah. If it's on purpose, I mean, they gotta go.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen anyone hit a ref on purpose.
Good.
Not during a game, anyway. All right, 22 for the Cookies, 12 for Fight Crew, 3:33 on the clock, and a whole lot of folks in the penalty box. Lusty Loveless trying to get everybody figured out down there.
Looks like 2 down for Cookies, 2 down for Fight Crew.
But which 2?
Which 2? We got a jammer on Fight Crew down, but there's a timeout.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a timeout while they try to figure all of this out. Young hearts are running free all over this place. That's why there's so many penalties, because everybody's hearts are just running free. I told you that we had a lot of birthdays in the house, and first and foremost, we got to say shout out to Stormy Sky, a belated happy 18th from Mom and Dad. Their little Valentine's baby is all grown up. So happy birthday, Stormy Sky. Stormy got a tattoo.
That's wild.
A happy birthday tattoo, so.
Wow. I hope it's cute. I mean, I'm sure
It's got to
cute.
be. Well,
Why
it might
wouldn't
not.
be?
It could be evil.
Right?
It could be dangerous.
Yeah.
It could be sexy.
Right. What kind of style?
I don't know. We
We'll
got to
have to
find out.
see.
Stormy Sky, show us your tattoo.
Yeah.
If you're comfortable with it. If you're not, that's okay too. Consent is key.
All right. We got 1 jammer on the line.
I won a tattoo in a contest, and I gave it to my daughter so that could be her first tattoo.
Yeah.
And she went and got it done. And the tattoo artist gave her a little squeezy stress ball.
Uh-huh.
She squeezed it so hard, she killed it. It exploded.
Stop
it was this
it.
little duck, and
Stop
she
it.
killed the
Oh
duck
my
and got
gosh.
glitter and duck innards everywhere.
Oh my gosh. Well, I do love glitter, so I love that.
The glitter was supposed to be in
Wow.
the duck, though.
She's tough.
Yeah, well, it was on her ribs, though. And I told her, I'm like, it's going to
Oh.
hurt. You put that thing on your ribs. That's about one of the worst places.
It is.
Yeah.
As that's a wild first tattoo.
Mhm.
Like,
but she was like, yeah, but it'll be cute. I'm like, I'm not telling you it won't be cute.
It'll
I'm telling
hurt.
you it's going to hurt.
it's gonna hurt. I heard that one in the top of the foot.
And the cookies are out. Lead jammer. I cannot read that number. So I'm going to assume it's somebody who's subbing. Sorry to that person.
All right. JP's using lots of good communication out there.
Oh, that is Stormy Sky. Happy. There you go, Stormy.
Yeah.
Stormy, for your birthday, I want you to get some white tape for your uniform so I can read your number. Fight Crew is racing this pack, trying to keep trying to keep Stormy from being able to score, but Stormy catches up.
Oh, heck yeah. There you go, Stormy.
Hits the back of the pack, but right into Smackzilla. I saw
Brook and Bones blocking like a beast.
Yeah, Brook and Bones is definitely one to watch. Still an early career skater.
Yep.
9 points for the Tough Cookies. 9 points, but 9 points and a back block penalty. So this is going to be a power jam in favor of Fight Crew.
All right. This is Fight Crew's opportunity to get some more points on the board.
But they're going to talk it over first.
Got a timeout. We got timeout by Fight Crew. They have 1 failure to reform. Green has 2 in the box, 1 blocker, 1 jammer.
That's right. That blocker was 999 Jurassic Punk with a low block. That low block, you get that when either if you stick out a leg or an arm and hit somebody below the knee so that they fall or so that they lose their position in the pack, that's a low block. Another way to get a low block is if you fall and somebody trips over you. You didn't mean to do it, but it's still your penalty.
Yeah, I got a lot of those early in my derby career. That's my favorite one.
That's why we teach everybody to fall small and get up as quick as you can because you don't get penalties. And it's safer for you, too, if people aren't, skating into your head.
Yeah.
You never want somebody skating into your head. And that's why we wear S1 helmets. S1 helmets, a symbol of protection. Been protecting the Derby Dolls for years and years. You can get yours at s-one.com. S1 helmets, because your brain's okay. Let's keep it that way.
Your brains matter.
Hey, I'm Scald Eagle, and I wear the S1 Lifer helmet with
There's
medium
white matter,
to
gray
matters. When I'm hitting the track,
all
last thing I
matter.
want to be thinking about is how my gear is fitting.
If you're interested in raffle, get some tickets. We have, speaking of S1, we have a S1 tank top in black.
Oh, sweet.
Up for grabs. Get your raffle tickets, among other prizes. They're really good stuff.
Yeah, it's 1 for $1, but if you buy more spend more money, get more tickets. Like 7 for $5, and mama on down the line. All right, I see number 46, Wensley Adams. Where's the star for Fight Crew? Pass 2, but it's still Rage to beat, and she does.
All right.
Wesley's out, and there goes that Tough Cookies wall. Jolteon coming up hard to try to pick one off. Wow! Rage just did an amazing move to avoid a downed Ziggy Stardust.
I'm not surprised.
Everybody's safe, but the story is Wensley Adams with 5 points and lots of time on the clock to pick up some more. The pack must stay within 20 feet of the largest group of blockers from both teams. And so if you get outside the 20 feet, you'll see the refs say let him go, split pack, let him go, and the blockers have got to let that jammer go. Cookies have reformed their wall and started the race again. Smackaroni slowing down the jammer. Wensley ends it in the infield, but not before picking up 14 points. Takes Fight Crew to 26 to the Tough Cookies 31.
Oh, holy moly, way to go.
Sounds like they like it. Stargirl says, "I love you, Fight Crew." And that's emotion seems to be seconded here in the crowd.
Stargirl's super excited.
Failure to reform for Sweet Baby Rage. Rage will be sitting. And here goes what could be the last jam of the first. Tight pack, lots of action. Chemical X doing work in the back. But it is number 27, pushing him out in the front. Luna Shovegood is Hell on Wheels escapes for Fight Crew. Lash Out Loud and Stitches trying to slow down Shovegood. Forces the call off, but we still got time for one more jam in this first.
One more jam.
Cookies pick up 1. possibly. Yep, there it is.
1 point. Okay. Score is pretty close here.
And let's have a big hand for Beetlejuice and our fabulous doll repair team.
Thank you, JJ and Jeff. Keeping our skaters safe.
Doll repair team, they are here every game, every time. We couldn't do this without them, and we wouldn't do it without them.
No, we would not start if they were not here.
No, absolutely.
Mm-mm.
So we're waiting for a report on points. Cookies went down two blockers, 62-48 with a arms, and also an arms for Slaying Mantis.
5149 in the box.
So they will be starting off the first jam of the second with just two blockers. Fight Crew picks up 4, so it is 32 for the Cookies, 30 for Fight Crew at the end of 1. We're going to take a 5-minute break, and then we'll be back with more exciting roller derby action.
Roller derby means everything to me. Being able to have that sense of empowerment back and freedom, and it allows you to be authentically you on the track and off track as well. Before roller derby, I didn't actually play any sport. I had a completely different personality. I was super shy, I was nervous, I held myself differently. I sort of hunched in a room. I'm quite a tall human. I didn't stand with power and confidence. I didn't walk with any grace. As soon as I put skates on and learned how to skate, I had this different sense of ability in my body and how I could move. Being able to feel protected and comfortable on my skates, I moved in a completely different way. Roller derby allowed me to feel proud of my size and feel confident with the way I move, and just be really proud to be the size and the shape that I am.
All right, we are back for quarter number 2 of exciting roller derby action here at Valhalla. The LA Junior Derby Dolls Tough Cookies are in front 32 to Fight Crew's 30, and we got another 15 minutes of this to go before halftime. Who's ready for it? All right. Hope everybody's keeping cool out there, getting yourself some frosty beverages. I myself am enjoying Kirkland's finest water, provided by our wonderful folks down there at concessions.
Lots of good snacks down there. Lots of good beverages. Check it out.
If you need water to live, have we got a beverage for you? All right, so the Cookies are up by 2, but they're down by 2 on the track right now. They've got 2 blockers in the penalty box.
All right.
Puts them at quite a disadvantage here. Although the blockers who are out there were working very, very hard. You got to give it to them there.
All right, Bloody Holly in the lead.
Bloody Holly, this is Bloody's first game, I believe. Evil was telling me. So big hand for Bloody Holly, lead jammer.
Way to go, Bloody Holly. Get it. Love those socks.
The juniors always have their sock game on point.
No.
Bloody takes the high, makes it through, picks up all 5 points. That's a full pull. 19 seconds on the jam clock. Will Bloody be able to make it around for another scoring pass?
5 more points. 5 more points.
Brook and Bones takes the Cookies jammer into the infield. That's Zia later. Oh, and they've done it. Picks up, yes.
Okay. Not too shabby.
No, Bloody Holly picked up 1 point on the track, but they also get the 2 in the box. Those
That's
are
right.
ghost points, and so that's going to be a total of 8 points for Fight Crew and Bloody Holly on that jam. Great job.
Fight Crew has only 1 blocker in the box for an arms penalty.
Yep, 1975 Queen Cobra.
Oh, Cobra. Think about what you did for a moment.
Hey, you know what? That's not bad. Stacked up against 8 points. I'll
Just
take
means
it.
they were playing hard.
Yeah. Rage, speaking of playing hard, Rage doesn't know any other way to play it. Out and lead jammer for the Tough Cookies. Kitten Crush just locked up at the rail there.
Rage
Basically, no opposition for Rage. Rage out, rushes them to the high, but gets caught by Wensley Adams. Wensley then takes the action low into the infield, taking some of the wind out of Rage's sails, but not for very long.
Kitten Crush makes it out.
But Rage just dives past to pick up that 10th point, I believe, in this jam. 2 full passes where you pass everybody.
Yeah.
That's right, it's 10. Cookies go to 42, retaking the lead from Fight Crew. That's a lead change. Everybody have a big sip of water. That's how we do drinking games at junior games.
Yeah.
At 3 in the afternoon.
Every time there's a lead change, whether it's a score or a jammer, take a sip of water. Take a big sip of water. And we got Fight Crew in the lead here. That's Is the Hell on Wheels, followed by Tough Cookies. That was your Tough Cookies co-captain, making sure that Fight Crew jammer calls it off.
And His Hell on Wheels did just that, picking up 3 points, 41-42. This game is close.
So close. Ooh, so close.
And let's have a big hand. Glad to see all our skaters back up and moving. That's Stitches. Stitches is going to be sitting for a medical call off there, but we're so glad Stitches is okay. And thank you once again to our doll repair team. If you are ever in the market for a chiro or some medical help, talk to our doll repair team. They are the best in the business. All right, so the cookies are going to have 2 down in the next jam. That's going to be number 42 for directional block. And 5149 also for a directional block, popular penalty. Once that whistle blows, everybody has to start moving in a counterclockwise direction. You are not allowed to stop. You're not allowed to take so much as 1 step in a clockwise direction. And if you do, whilst hitting someone, that's how you get that directional block. Brook and Bones getting caught up by that Cookies pivot, and so it is. Tough Cookies, 999.
That's JP in the lead. Jurassic Punk.
Brook and Bones escapes the pack.
Let's see how the offense is going to do for JP. Oh, JP gets out most of the points.
I think all the points, possibly.
Maybe. Might
not
have
the jammer. Up 2 points.
Okay.
2 points, possibly 3 points. We're just still talking over 3 points for the Cookies.
Yeah, I don't think they got.
Yeah, Brooke was out, so.
Yeah.
All right, directional block there once again for number 31. That's Rainbow Crash. So he's going to be sitting down. Cookies once again down a blocker, but it doesn't seem to be slowing their jammer down any. Lead jammer, it's number 74, Furious George. Fight Crew leaves a pair in the back, Kitten Crush and Wensley Adams. They effectively slow down that jammer and force a call off. I don't think it's, no points for anybody on that jam.
No points.
Cookie's still hanging on, 49-45. 9:11 to go in the first half. Nobody in the box.
You got a shout out here for Smackaroni.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
Smack.
Who's that? Is that Grandma Smack?
Pat
That's-
Dodd.
Yeah, that's Grandma Smack.
Okay,
Yay.
hey, Grandma Smack. I'm sorry, Evil E's not here today. I'm
Yeah.
filling in. I'm with Trixie. This is Whiskers. Hi.
But it's good to see you as always.
Yeah.
And there goes Smackaroni. Smackaroni is your lead jammer. Calls it off.
Great. So the score now. Do we get any points? No
Well, I
points?
didn't get. No one gave
No
me
points.
any points. I'm still waiting
Oh,
for somebody
5?
to give me points.
No.
I work really hard up here. Nobody ever gives me points.
No, you get a star, gold star.
Gold star.
So 5 points for cookies.
Takes them to 54 to Fight Crew's 45.
That's a good combo.
Yeah, it's a little palindrome.
Yeah.
But they're just going to ruin it by scoring more points.
I mean, I guess it's got to happen, right?
It is kind of what they're there to do.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, the bodies are flying in turn one. And at the end of the day, it's 9-7-6. That's it. Courtney Shove getting out lead jammer for Fight Crew. Fight Crew trying to retake this lead before they go to the locker room.
Ooh,
but oh my
that
goodness.
was a hit by Chemical X.
Chemical X put it on at the high side.
You got Vivi over there taking up the slug, taking it up.
But then Fight Crew absolutely mobbed Chemical X low, leaving the whole great high side open for Courtney Shove. Oh, Chemical X repeating it.
To the rail.
Absolutely to the rail, but another full pull from Courtney Shove.
I know. It's like it doesn't even bother.
I don't see how, because those are hammer blows.
I know. I'd be gone. I'd be on the floor. I'd be out of the truck.
But it's 10 points for Fight Crew. 10 points and the lead, 55 to 54. 6:54 to go in the half.
Unbelievable. How are we only 1 point away? This is.
And I see Chemical X, captain of the Cookies, wearing the star in the box. This one's going to be a power jam for Fight Crew. Fight Crew fans, time to get loud.
They have a power jam, but they only have 2 blockers, and that does not phase their jammer. That's Smackzilla. Unfazed, makes it through the pack with ease.
Yeah, Brooke
smiling like nobody's business.
Well, it's fun, you know. Power
Yeah.
jams can be very fun, and they
Very
can also
fun.
be really no fun at all.
She's gonna make it again. Watch. She makes it look too easy.
We'll see. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Caught a skate on the cope in there. Trying to take the friendly side.
Yep, using the offense, using her team to get her through, but also looking for more holes.
And finds them.
I knew it. There we go. There we go.
10 seconds left. Is that going to be enough for Smackzilla? Nope. Smack says no thank you.
Yeah.
Calls it off.
Yep. Protecting the time on the board by calling it off.
Nobody in the box, and a big 5 points for Fight Crew.
Yeah, that was a good jam. All right, we're back to 2 jammers. That's Trauma. Trauma for Cookies.
And Trauma is lead. That's Jolteon in there for trying to escape the pack. And does. But with a nifty little apex hop. Trauma
was
Queen.
nice.
Yeah, Trauma Queen gets through the pack.
Hits a solid wall of Fight Crew, though. Calls it off. No points for Fight Crew. Smart move.
Definitely. And 2 for the Cookies. Cookies creeping on back, 56 to 60, under 5 minutes to go in the half. At halftime, we urge you to go on out there and see about those vendors.
Yeah,
You can buy me a lemonade. That sounds good.
Yeah, we got 4 vendors out there today. We got Lemonade Corral. We have Yummy Bird. They're our long-term vendor. They have lots of yummy food, including vegan options. Church Escape. Church Escape is owned and operated and created by our very own Assassin and her husband.
And it's very cool. They've
It's
got
so
real cool stuff.
They always have new stuff. Last but not least, we have Rumpled Rabbit. They're here for the first time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Go on out there and say hi. There's
Yeah.
always new stuff out there.
For sure.
Always a fun job to see what's new. And that was Thugs Bunny picking up lots more points for the Cookies.
Sweet. You know, I'm going to shop at some point today.
Absolutely. It's spring. You got to shop.
Yeah.
You need fresh stuff.
In with the new, out with the old.
Uh-oh. And to the box with number 13 for Fight Crew.
Uh-oh. Okay, they're switching out jammers.
Yeah, that's Raven, the co-captain of Fight Crew, wearing the star. That means this one's going to be a power jam in favor of Tough Cookies.
All right.
Tough Cookies fans, the louder you cheer, the faster they skate. So this is their big chance. 60-60 tie game.
Ooh.
This power
Oh.
jam could be decisive in the the first, but
Woo! Nope. Gotta reset. Gotta reset so you don't get that cut. There you go. Takes the high.
great movement in the pack from 512 on the.
Yeah. Serious
Stardust.
George is out.
All right, and
Oh, they're going to do a split pack scenario here.
absolutely, they're trying to all together race forward as the Cookies try to pick one off.
Yep. So Fight Crew wants to keep it fast. Less points for Cookies if they keep it fast.
The hard thing with that runaway strategy, too, is that when the jammer comes up, you've got to get together quickly. Because it doesn't matter how fast you kept the pack if you can't stop her when she's actually in there scoring points.
For sure. Right. If you're all separated, the skater will just go right through you.
But Fight Crew kept it super tight at the front, keeps the Cookies to just 5 points.
Ooh.
Anything 5 or under in a power jam, that's a win.
For sure.
For
My
the defense,
gosh.
I mean.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Cookies send one blocker to the box. We got 2 minutes to go.
65-60 with Cookies in the lead.
Directional block there on Chemical X. Captain X.
Yep. You got Jolteon as pivot for Fight Crew.
And they have to let that Cookies jammer go in the front. That is Vroom. Oh, great work by Rage to contain the Fight Crew jammer in the front.
Got Ragdoll pivoting for Tough Cookies. Trying to get their jammer through.
And Vroom calls it. Picks up another 4 for the Cookies. Stretch them out to 69 points to the Fight Crew 60. We got time for at least 2 more jams. At least 2 more jams. At least 2 more jams.
Oh, for sure. A minute.
Or possibly
seconds.
1 jam now.
Oh, no.
That's the thing about time. It do just keep on marching forward.
It never stops. Never stops. All right, we have Fight Crew in the lead with Tough Cookies right behind.
Yeah, that's Queen Cobra in front. Big call off.
Hey,
Decisive
there
call
we go.
off.
Yep, and like
Called
you
it
said,
off with authority.
yep. I want to make sure those enforcers see it.
That's right. Like everyone will see me call this off.
Yeah. Like you said, 2 more.
2 more?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm in their heads.
It's like you know. It's like you've seen
I
this
know.
before.
I've been to a roller derby game or 2 in my day.
You've done this before.
Oh, and there goes Fight Crew lead jammer.
Right. Ooh.
Oh, that's
Yikes. I hope. Yeah, they're all good. They got up quick.
They got up quick. The question is whether it was a low block because you're supposed to. You can't really just fling your
Ooh.
body. You kind of have to try to stay on your skates. So we'll be interested to see how that one comes out.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, Wensley Adams is just bruising their way through this pack.
Right. And that was super impressive how Rage went straight to defense to block the Fight Crew jammer and then right back to getting out as a jammer.
Yeah, Rage has excellent derby awareness and is just
Wow.
able to turn on a dime.
Yeah.
But it is 5 more points for Fight Crew, takes them to 65, to the Tough Cookies 69. That is your score at halftime.
Yeah, get some raffle tickets.
Get some
food.
raffle tickets. Get
merch.
some food. Yeah, do all those things. Go spend some money. We'll see you back here in 20.
Roller derby means everything to me. Being able to have that sense of empowerment back and freedom, and it allows you to be authentically you on the track and off track as well. Before roller derby, I didn't actually play any sport. I had a completely different personality. I was super shy, I was nervous, I held myself differently. I sort of hunched in a room. I'm quite a tall human. I didn't stand with power and confidence. I didn't walk with any grace. As soon as I put skates on and learned how to skate, I had this different sense of ability in my body and how I could move. Being able to feel protected and comfortable on my skates, I moved in a completely different way. Roller derby allowed me to feel proud of my size and feel confident with the way I move, and just be really proud to be the size and the shape that I am.
Hey, I'm Jess Hart, and I wear the S1 Life Revisor helmet with medium rad liners. S1 has meant safety, security, and peace of mind. Every time I hear that click, I know my head's protected, and I don't have to worry about anything except being joyful, having fun with my friends, and putting on a great show for everybody. To me, roller derby means home. Since I was a kid, I've been skating with my father in skating rinks, empty parking lots, so it's just in my DNA. Haven't had a time in my life I haven't been on skates. Every time I strap up my skates, snap my helmet, strap my pads, and step onto the track, I know that I'm just gonna have a safe space to create art for all the people on the track, and I'm just filled with joy and just spill my joy onto the track for everybody to see. I love roller derby.
Hey, I'm Lily Gaskell. I rock the Life Revisor helmet in standard sizing liners in size large. I've always worn S1 helmets up until really recently, and I've started rocking the visor now because I've hit my nose and you don't know what's going to happen until it happens, and so the innovation of the protection of the visor has just been, I'm never going back. I'm always going to rock a visor now.
Hey, I'm Lauren Much, and I wear the S1 Lifer helmet with medium rad liners. I've always felt supported by S1. I always appreciate how they've adapted along as the sport has evolved. I trust the gear, and I love wearing S1 gear.
My name is Mother Teresa, my number is 116, and I skate for the Varsity Brawlers at Los Angeles Derby Dolls. So type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease. My immune cells in my body, or my immune system, attacked the cells in my pancreas that make insulin. So my body doesn't make insulin anymore. Insulin is the hormone that helps you get energy from the carbs that you eat. So I have to do that manually, and I have to stay basically between a range. There is testing for like risk factors. I know my sister was tested when I was diagnosed, but normally when you start to see the symptoms, which are frequent urination, really thirsty, really tired, that's typically when you go hit the doctor and they tell you what's up. Dealing with diabetes and derby is, it can be a pain. Exercise drops blood sugar. Sometimes I don't think about it much at all because my blood sugar is chilling and I feel great. Sometimes I sit for an entire practice. I normally make sure to eat a few carbs without dosing for them before I come to practice. So I want to be a little bit higher than I normally would like to be. I have an insulin pump. So I pump insulin through this tube into my leg. My glucose monitor helps me know what my blood sugar is at any given time. I keep my CGM on, it doesn't come off during practices. It reads to my pump, and I'm just checking that the whole time. During games, I'm a little more anxious about it, so I'll give myself some extra carbs before a game, but then I'm nervous, and so that will spike my blood sugar, and I'm still kind of figuring out how to deal with that. But during games, I make sure I never go low. I started skating at 11, and I was diagnosed at 12. And I had no one to look up to who I know had this chronic illness, definitely not in my sport. And I think it's powerful to show that with this chronic illness, like, I am able to go out there and do this badass sport. And I want to show that it's, like, not only possible, but, like, possible to thrive in that. But I was diagnosed when I was 12. You know, I'd been playing derby for a year, and my two worries were, can I keep playing derby? Can I go trick-or-treating? I could do both.
Welcome back to the second half of exciting roller derby action in this game between the Junior Tough Cookies and Junior Fight Crew. Cookies are in the lead right now, 69-65, but that can change, and it has changed over and over throughout the first half.
If you've noticed, the teams have switched benches. So we have Fight Crew on the near bench, near to the jammer line, and you have Tough Cookies on the far bench, far from the jammer line. So
Now, do we do that for Feng Shui or
Feng
what?
Shui.
Feng Shui?
Yeah, yin yang.
So the
I don't know, it
vibes are
evens it
better?
out. Some teams like the close bench better, and some like the far bench better, depending on the strategy and their teammates. Yeah.
I always like the close bench better because I'm lazy and I don't want to have to go as far to get on the track.
Right?
All right, but these skaters are back at it right now.
There goes Smackzilla in the lead, followed quickly by the Tough Cookies jammer.
Smackzilla calls it off right away.
No
Right.
points.
Defensive choice, conservative choice, but not at all a bad choice.
All
if
good
you
choices.
if you think you're getting to get past,
No.
call that sucker off, baby.
Exactly. Best choice. Nobody in the box, so both teams have full packs. I
Yeah, the
love that.
Cookies have been out penaltying the Fight Crew a little bit in both.
So more penalties.
More
for them.
penalties, but only one player in any real trouble as Rage goes ahead as lead jammer, pursued by Kitten Crush. Only number 42, Chemical X, on the Cookies is in any danger. They're sitting at 5 penalties, and you are ejected from the game on your 7th.
That's a troublemaker there.
Yeah, well, just not a troublemaker.
troublemaker.
A hard player, a
There
hard
you go.
charger.
There you
That's
go.
what we like to say.
In the best way.
Rage called that one off, so we are starting a brand new jam here.
Okay. Nobody in the box again. Way to go.
We're so supportive. We're like, good job. Good job playing clean. We
Good
love
job playing.
We love playing clean. Oh, quick
All right.
escape.
Oh, there looks like a jammer race here.
Jammer race, jammer race, jammer race. Bugs Bunny just got out so quick, but Jolteon barely missed a step themselves.
Yeah. The jam before this, we got a little comment here. Nice footwork, Smackzilla. Indeed.
Yeah, we love your shout outs. Even if you're in the house, you can send a shout out to us via the chat in the YouTube. Just go to YouTube and look up Derby Dolls. You can. It's also a nice way to see replays because the the action on the YouTube is a couple seconds behind the actual game, so you can kind of sleaze a little replay.
That's the
101, Lash Out Loud, sitting down for arms.
That's the only replay you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, nice work for Tough Cookies in
That's
the lead.
right, 74 out and lead.
Oh, that was a nice hit to the high. However, called off just in time.
This game is moving so fast, I can barely keep up. Don't know how the skaters do it. I sure don't know how the enforcers are doing it. My goodness. We appreciate our volunteer enforcing team so much. They are so professional and they work so hard for not a lot of pay, but, you know, a moderate amount of glory.
Depending on the day. Okay, we got one in the box. I thought there were two, but there's only one in the box who had 2 penalties.
No, they just had a very long number.
Oh.
It was VV Room with the directional block.
Oh, well, thank you. for
Yeah, no,
catching that.
it's a lot of numbers. And there goes Brooke and Bose. Brooke and Bose, lead jammer for Fight Crew. Fight Crew down 67-42.
Right.
Do you see a cookies? There's the cookies jammer.
Yeah, Impaler Swift's working to make her
What
way
a,
out.
what a name, Impaler Swift.
It's such a good name.
Good sock game on Impaler
Such a
Swift
good
also.
person.
Brooke and Bose, oh goodness.
What a block. What a block from Smacks. Lots of communication out there.
Yeah, the bench has a message for Brooke, and it's call it. Brooke does.
Lots of smart derby out there.
4 points for Fight Crew. Takes them to 71. It's a 1-point game once again. That has happened over and over in this game as the teams have switched leads.
Yeah.
They get away, they
Yeah.
get closer. This has been such an exciting game.
Yeah. Are you all on the edge of your seat out there? You're either on the
whole
edge
seat, but you'll only need the
edges, or you're biting your nails. Whatever you prefer.
All right, we got a timeout from Fight Crew, and that gives me the opportunity to give a very, very, very important shout out. Jungle Jim, our head track monkey, we love him so much, and he's recovering from some surgery.
Yeah.
So Death and Ziggy say, please tell Jungle Jim we love him and we wish him a quick recovery.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, that's co-signed by me and Whiskers and every single one of us. Please, a big hand for Jim, our lead track monkey.
Yeah, we really miss him. It's not the same when he's not here.
All right, so we have a call on the track of a back block on the jammer, Brook and Bones, a back block, and that's being challenged.
Yep.
So if this challenge is lost, the next jam will be a power jam in favor of the Tough Cookies.
Mm-hmm. So we got coaches and refs talking it out, saying what they saw.
Yeah, and there's nobody more fearsome in a challenge than Coach Lusty Lovelace for the Fight Crew, who is actually a lawyer in real life.
Oh, yeah.
and has, I swear to God, Lusty has won more challenges than probably anybody else I've ever seen.
If there was an award, she'd get it.
She'd get it. She would get it to top challenger. And I know exactly what hit this was that got called as that back block. It was right here in two. Broken Bones was coming around high on the outside, made contact with the opposing skater. So I guess what they're going to be talking about is, did that contact cause the fall? Is it necessary for it to cause the fall? Skaters don't dive. This isn't, soccer. But sometimes you didn't need to fall necessarily when you get hit in the back.
Correct. Sometimes the skater just is off balance in the moment, and it wasn't the person who hit them. It's not their fault.
So that's I am armchair up here. I am not a lawyer. I'm not an official. I'm just a dope with a microphone. But that's what I saw down there. So
and we used to, we play derby.
Yeah. But it's tough. It's tough to. I never want to second guess the enforcers from up here because hardly ever.
We have a different vantage point.
We have a different vantage point, and that's part of why we have so many enforcers, is so that you can get different vantage points from outside the pack, from inside the pack, from the eyes in the sky up here. We've got all these folks, and if you'd like to join the enforcer crew, then you should email them at refs@derbydolls.com. Is that right?
Refs@derbydolls.com.
Yeah, they're always recruiting and always looking for more folks to. Oh my goodness, Lusty Lovelace, hands up! Challenge one.
Congratulations, Lusty.
Lusty puts another notch on the gavel there.
I am surprised, but not surprised.
I'm not surprised because Lusty is magic.
Yeah, challenges aren't won very often.
They really aren't, but when they are won, it's usually by Lusty Lovelace. All right, so this will be a regular jam. Cookies are going to be down one blocker.
And 2 jammers, so anybody can score points.
And because of that, that wasn't a medical call-off, so Courtney is eligible. If there is a medical call-off, the skater involved, they have to sit out for 5 just to make sure that they're okay before they come back in.
Yeah, 5 jams. And then the helmet goes to the enforcers. Mm-hmm.
What do they do with it, do you think?
They hold it.
They hold it?
They
caress it gently?
Yeah, and they put good juju on it.
They admire that S1 logo?
Yeah. S1.
A symbol of protection.
Yeah, and there's so many cute colors. I can't. Oh.
My favorite S1 helmet was orange. It was this citrusy, bright tangerine orange. It had nothing to do with my team colors because I was on Fight Crew. It kind of clashed, but it was a very cute helmet. All right, we've got Smackaroni in the box with an illegal procedure and a low block, and that means that this one's going to be a power jam in favor of Fight Crew. Sitting for Fight Crew 817, that's Phoebe Punisher with the directional block. So Fight Crew will have 3 blockers and 1 jammer. Tough Cookies will have 4 blockers and 0 jammers. That's fewer jammers than you want.
Yeah, of course, because only one team can score points
now. 1 jammer on the floor, 1 team that can score. That team is Fight Crew.
Oh, I hear Fight Crew fans out there.
5-1-12, Ziggy Stardust. Where's the star for the team in red? Heavy, heavy blocking work being done by the Cookies.
Yep.
They are swarming Phoebe, or Ziggy rather.
They have one job, and that's to stop Fight Crew Jammer.
And they've got to let that jammer go. Ziggy's out, 40 seconds on the jam clock. Rage is being held back.
Good reset.
A good reset. Oh, Rage tries to charge forward, but gets met at the top by 857, this kitten.
Yeah, they're goading Rage.
They
Yeah.
are, and yet that jammer's still in the pack. So Ziggy Stardust is in a point scoring position, has probably scored all 5 points in the pack, but is finding themselves unable to get out to
Right.
get more.
Right.
Really great D. Really, really great D from the Cookies. Big hand for those tough Cookie defenders.
Yeah, they were all on the same page on that one.
Yeah. Excellent teamwork, excellent resetting. They just kept just every time she got out, they pulled them back in.
Yep.
So nobody in the
Soul-crushing.
box, but those 5 points were enough for Fight Crew to take the lead, retake the lead, 79-74. Let's see how long it lasts.
Hey, if you haven't gotten your raffle tickets yet, it's time.
Oh, yeah.
This is like last call for raffle tickets.
Absolutely.
And I think it's last call for bar.
Yeah, we will stop selling alcohol at the end of the third intermission, so please, if you want booze, now's the time. Doesn't sound great to me personally, but I guess I'm not selling it. Go buy some beer. Why not? It's Saturday afternoon.
Yep.
If you're of age.
Exactly. If you're not, please don't.
Yeah, please don't get us in trouble, folks.
But for raffle, we have 4 prizes. We have a Hype Fitness grab bag, a 5-pack of classes, plus a Hype sweatshirt, a tank top, and a tote.
Doesn't Scandalwood run
Yes, Scandalwood
Fitness? That's
owns
fantastic.
that. Exactly. That's our Fresh Meat Skater Scandalwood. And the Hype Fitness has been in Silver Lake since 2018.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Cookies are out in lead, but Fight Crew not far behind. 40 seconds left on the jam clock.
All right.
Rainbow Crash, he decides, let's call that one off. Yeah, Scandalwood's used to be my teammate on Fight Crew.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, amazing. I'm glad she's back.
Yeah, rebranded,
Yeah.
back, ready for anything.
Actually, Scandalwood just made it to Sub Poll.
I saw that.
That's right. I said Fresh Meat, but that's old news.
Mhm.
I got new news.
New news. Breaking news. Scandalwood
Breaking
on
news.
Subpool. Breaking news. Lots of things happening in the pack.
Oh, yeah.
Pack makes it to turn 1. That's how hard everybody's working right now. This jam has been going on for 15 seconds, and we are barely in turn 2.
This is a slow, hard-working pack. Everybody is doing what they need to do.
All right,
Fight Crew.
jammers out.
Yep.
That's Phoebe Punisher for Fight Crew. Cookies Jammer still stuck in the back as Phoebe starts picking up some points. Gets held up by none other than Rage. You see that a lot.
Ooh,
And the time runs
okay.
out on that jam.
Yeah, everybody put in a lot of work
Yeah.
for that one.
That was tiring. All the points in this one should count double because they had to work real hard for them.
Yeah.
4 points for Fight Crew and an official timeout. Why don't you tell us some more about those prizes?
All right, so we have after that, we also have S1. I said this already. We have a tank top in black, size XXL. Church of Skate, who is one of our vendors. You can pick 2 items of your choice today, and of course, our tried and true gift bag of Derby Doll merch. Today we have a pint glass and a koozie. And it's Derby Doll merch. So 4 chances to win.
All right, so if you don't have your raffle tickets, you got to get them right now. Go
Right
on
now.
down to merch,
Yeah.
or rather go on down to concessions and wave your money in the air and demand your raffle tickets because you got to be in it if you want to win it.
Yep. Ask for Abby. Abby's got red hair.
I wish I had red hair. Red hair is cool. cool people have red hair.
Yeah.
Hey, so we've got a very exciting fundraiser coming up. It is for our travel team, our adult travel team, DDX. They are doing another karaoke fundraiser, and it is going to be a blast.
Yeah.
Here's how it goes. It's a skate and sing karaoke night challenge fundraiser presented by the Derby Dolls All-Star team. It's on Friday, March 27th. That's next week.
Next week.
6:30 to 11 p.m. at the Brew Yard Brew Company in Glendale, California. And the pre-sale cover is just $5. But here's how it works. All-star skaters will sing songs you choose, and then you can join them on stage for duets and audience solos. You get to set the difficulty of the songs that they sing. You get to pick the songs that they sing. You can sponsor a song in advance, and the skater, they'll sing it just for you. And if you want to start stepping up to the mic, then you better start planning your songs. They're doing audience songs through sign up, and they're going to be auctioning off some karaoke classics to the highest bidder. Doors open at 6:30, and the evening runs starting from 7 o'clock all the way through 11, all night long. Music, mayhem, fun. Be a part of it, and go to derbydolls.com for all of the information.
Yeah. And it's early enough.
Yeah, that's right.
I love that.
Girl, I went to a comedy show that started at 10 last night. I thought I was going to die.
Oh, that's so late.
Even the comedians were apologizing. They're like, we know it's so late. We're so sorry.
That's so late. But yeah, you don't have to attend the fundraiser to donate.
That's true. You can just donate.
Yeah.
You can buy a video of your song, I think, for $10, something like that. There's so many options. You have so many choices.
Lots. Okay, Fight Crew is in the lead here.
Yeah, that's Is Hell on Wheels. Is Hell on Wheels doing Is Hell on Wheels stuff.
They're using split pack strategy. Tough Cookies is.
Smackaroni trying to hold it down in front, but Smackin' Thugs gotta let his hell go.
How to play.
And that is the end of that jam. Big jam for Fight Crew. 10 more points, taking them to 93. Tough Cookies, 74, under 5 minutes to go in the third.
All right.
Once again, reminder about last call for alcohol coming up in just about 5 minutes or so. We got some people in the box.
Got 2 cookies in the box and 1 Fight Crew in the box. Directional block for number 13. Directional block for 74, and arms for 757.
Yep, Cookies down to just 2 blockers, but they've got lead jammer. That's Vivi Vroom.
Go Vivi.
Picks up 1 on the track, 1 in the box, and possibly 1 more. That's a total of 3 points for the Cookies. Once again, if there are opposing skaters in the box, you get those points that are sitting in the box when you pass the first opposing skater. Those are called ghost points. Ooh. You get the spirit of their points, but they count the same as regular points.
I was so excited to learn that one. I was like, it's for free.
Oh, coming out of nowhere.
Wow.
Fight Crew snags it. Smackzilla.
Calls it off. Not going to let the other team score.
That was some sniper action.
So cute. What a little twirl over there. I love that. So happy.
If you're going to do it with style. Why not?
Heck yeah. I need some of that style.
Queen Cobra sitting in the box for Fight Crew.
On the line, we have Trauma Queen for Tough Cookies. Yeah. Trauma Queen's out.
King Crush getting stuck in the back of that pack. Finally makes it out low side. Trauma Queen, though, is your lead jammer for the Tough Cookies and is starting to pick up those points. Gets them both.
Calls it
2
off.
on the track, 2 in the box. That's 4 more. 81 to the Fight Crews.
Right.
93, 2 minutes to go.
So Fight Crew's jammer did not allow themselves to be a point. Kitten
That's
Crush,
good looking out.
She did not. She said, nope, I'm getting out.
Not going to do it. Not going to be a point.
Nope.
One blocker in the box for the Cookies and Death Chase. Failure to reform. Is Hell on Wheels came up to spring that jammer.
Whoa, that was close. There was almost a lead change.
Yep, Raven got out, but Slaying Mantis was coming so fast. Raven just barely able to get that jam called off before Slaying Mantis swiped that lead.
Ooh, that was a block.
That was a sweet block, followed out by another one.
That was nice from Cookie.
That was really good because it
Payback.
It kind of looked like Ziggy was admiring their handiwork a little bit and then just got knocked.
Never let the guard down.
Nope. Keep your head on a swivel. But it does pay off for Fight Crew. Fight Crew's got lead. Gizmo. Or do they? No, Fight Crew didn't have lead. What am I saying? Why am I allowed to do this? 4 points for the Cookies. 85-93. This should be the last jam of the third, which will be immediately followed by our raffle.
Raffle. Get your raffle tickets ready.
Oh, yeah. Check your pockets. You don't want to get caught digging. Directional blocks for one player on each team. I'm not going to tell you who. It's a secret. Cookies are lead. Rainbow Crash is out. Bloody Holly for Fight Crew gets out too. Fast moving pack, but that's no trouble for Rainbow. Rainbow's moving pretty quick.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Smart move, Rainbow Crash. Smart move.
Very nice work. Rainbow Crash picks up another 4, takes the Cookies to 89. Fight Crew 93. That is your third quarter score. And now it is time for raffle. All right, our first prize, Hype Fitness, a Silver Lake mainstay since 2018, owned by LADD, Subpool Skater Scandalwood. Studio offers group fitness classes and personal training 7 days a week for all fitness levels, schedules, and budgets. Dynamic indoor cycling, beat-based strength and mat workouts, circuit training, yoga, and more. The raffle prize includes a 5-pack of classes, a Hype sweatshirt, tank, and tote. This is a tasty one. Who's our winner?
Our winner is 362-8849. Once again, 362-8849.
That's you!
Ooh, come down to Snacks and win your prize.
All right, fantastic. Our second one is an S1. Go ahead and just write 1 on that. Thank you. Next one up, an S1 tank in black, size XXL.
The winner for prize number 2 is 362-8874. 362-8874. Come on down and get your prize.
Go on down there. Yeah, right on. Go down into snacks, concessions, wherever, and you can get that. Next up, Church of Skate. Any 2 items of your choice from their concessions out there in the parking lot.
362-9364. Once again, 362-9364. Come on down.
Last but certainly not least, a gift bag of Derby Doll merch. That's going to be won by the person holding the raffle ticket number. That's your cue.
I really had a hard time picking, but my hands were full. 362-8758, 362-8758. And that's a wrap for the winners.
All right, thank you everybody who participated. Thanks to all our donors for giving us these wonderful prizes. And we're going to be back in just about 3 minutes to wrap up this game. And it all comes down to this, our fourth quarter of exciting roller derby action. LA Junior Derby Dolls, Tough Cookies versus Fight Crew. Fight Crew's ahead, 93 to the Tough Cookies, 89, in a hard-fought game that has seen many, many lead changes. I'm Trixie Biscuit. I'm here with Whiskey. How you doing, Whiskey?
I'm doing good. I'm ready. This is the last quarter, best quarter.
Absolutely, and who knows what's going to happen. It has just been a back-and-forth battle.
It is. Yep. It's anybody's game today.
Absolutely. We don't have a lot of players in penalty trouble. It has been pretty spread out all the way around the board, except for Captain Chemical X on the Tough Cookies.
Okay.
The Chemical X's next penalty will be their last. They will be ejected from the game.
Let's hope it doesn't happen.
I got my fingers crossed.
Chemical X has been working really, really hard today.
Chemical X is tenacious, fierce, very, very strong, and just an all-around great player.
Standing out today.
But the thing of it is, and I bet you if I look at that sheet, it's going to be mostly directional blocks. That happens when you're so hungry to make that hit that you don't wait for the skater to be in position and you take that one step back, and
they're
can
just
be your
too
undoing.
easy to get.
Yeah. Rage, we're in the start for the Cookies, out there and lead.
That's great. Looks like Fight Crew Jammer's still in.
How's everybody doing there in the chat?
Chat. Let's see. I think I was behind for a little bit, but I don't see.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah, we got 22 people in the chat. Hey, out there.
It's great to see you all. We love having people all over the world enjoying these games. Smackaroni's grandma is always coming from the UK, so she stays up late for these.
Oh, wow. You can watch anywhere.
Our afternoon games are their evening games.
Oh, boy. So confusing.
Cookies pick up another 5. They are knocking on the back door here, 94-97.
Yikes. It's so nerve-wracking. 2 in the box. 1 for Cookies, 1 for Fight Crew. They're both blockers.
So teams will be disadvantaged equally.
Whoa, that was looking way too easy.
Both the jammers out of there so fast. Thugs Bunny for the Cookies. His lead is Hell on Wheels, though, coming on strong.
Wow.
It forces the call off.
Like I said, last quarter, best quarter. They started out strong.
Yeah, and it's going to be all about who's still got the juice after 3 full quarters of hard-fought, hot-fought derby action. It can really take it out of you.
Yeah, it's...
Fourth quarter, skaters get tired skaters maybe make more penalties. It can get a little more dangerous out there.
Yep, legs get a little more shaky.
Fight Crew out first. That's Ziggy Stardust. Ziggy says go forward. Does not want their blockers. They want a chance to get some points before having to call it off.
Yep.
Looks like they might have picked up 1.
Furious George was furiously skating around that track. And waiting for the points.
All right, big hand for that Cookies pivot. That's Chemical X getting up and making it back to the bench. Fight Crew at 99, just 1 more point for those triple digits. That's where everybody wants to be.
Yeah.
Triples make it safe. I want to give a huge shout out to my usual partner in crime up here, Evil E. Evil E is skating with SFV roller derby today. And God almighty, outside in this heat
Good
in
luck.
the valley.
Oh, my
Better you than me,
goodness.
sister.
I hope you have some nice sunnies to shield your eyes.
Yeah, I hope you have
A cooling towel.
a freak rainstorm.
a bucket of water. Good luck, Evil
Yes,
E.
we are thinking cooling thoughts to
Yes.
you wherever you are right
Think
now.
of the snow. And if you are a girl between the age of 7 and 17 and you're enjoying what you're seeing today and you want to come out here and do this, you can. You can.
Not only can you should.
You should. There's a junior camp that's happening July 20th to the 25th of this year. So we'll teach you how to skate. You do not have to know how to skate.
Actually, for juniors camp, you do have to know how to skate at least a little bit. It used to be we would start people from nothing.
Oh, let me take
But
that back.
yeah.
Rewind.
You can get all of the information on derbydolls.com, but what we'll tell you here right now is that it's always a thrilling week of learning and leadership, competition. It always ends in a fully produced bout. For the skaters, they get coached by their peers. We get some trainers in from the league. It's just the greatest instruction, the greatest time.
Yep, lots of arts and crafts.
Yeah, the skaters learn about goal setting. They make zines. The zines are always my favorite. They make the most amazing zines.
It's so cool. They posted up here in the Dalahala.
Yeah, Derby Camp is the highlight of the summer, and you should really look into it. All right, the Cookies are out. Lead jammer, Stormy Sky.
Smackzilla right behind.
So yeah, Stormy Sky turned 18, which means won't be skating in juniors much longer. I hope we see Stormy in the adult league, though.
I hope so.
It's always so exciting when the skaters level up there.
It really is.
And they always take fresh meat by storm.
They do, and I love seeing them. I love skating against them and with them, and it's always a good time. You know.
It's such a great feeling of continuity, especially if you have the privilege to be one of their junior trainers, and then you get to skate with them on the track. That's just
you know. I started juniors, and as your what do you call it? Protege? You were the one that trained me in juniors.
Did
to
I
be
train?
a trainer.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes, I
Yay.
shadowed under you, and I learned a lot from you. And I stuck with juniors because they're just so special. They're so smart.
They really are, and they're fearless.
Yeah.
And they just, oh man, they're an inspiration and a delight.
Yep.
Kitten Crush lead jammer for the fight crew, hotly pursued by the Cookies. Pack's moving fast. It's all about who's going to be stuck in the back. Kitten Crush picks up one. Nothing for the Cookies on that one. 2 points. 1 point, 2 points, 1 point, 2 points. My sister, my mother, my sister, my mother.
And
2 points.
Cookies. 101.
Yeah, 101 for the fight crew. 98 for the Cookies. Still anyone's game with 11 minutes left to go in the fourth. Who here is cheering for fight crew? And who's cheering for the Tough Cookies? I love it. This is the kind of game I love to see. Everybody working so hard, doing so well. Wednesday Addams is out and lead.
Followed by BB. BB Room, hot on her tails.
And we've seen this over and over tonight. Fight crew out and lead, but their wall's in the back, which doesn't do them any good in a close jammer race like this.
Yeah.
Because their jammers got to call it, or else they could risk not getting any points while being lead jammer.
Right.
Which is such a bummer.
Right, it's like, I can't explain it.
Well, you either have to trust your back wall to stop that opposing jammer absolutely dead, or you need that wall to see you coming and charge up and challenge those folks in front. Of course, that gets harder to do late in game. Everybody's tired.
And everybody's going fast.
Yeah, being able to put on that burst of speed, especially as a foursome, not always easy. Easy to say, not so easy to do.
Ziggy Stardust.
Ziggy picks up one more, calls it off. This is the time of the game also where preventing the other team from scoring is absolutely key, especially in a close one.
Totally key. The points are reflecting the temperature right now. Got 102 for Fight Crew and 98 for Tough Cookies.
Yep. There's one in the box for Fight Crew. That's Stitches for blocking after the jam. And this time it's the Cookies in the lead. Once again, a fast pack. Stormy Sky holding it down in the front. Oh, beautiful pass on the inside.
Ooh, that was really nice.
Rainbow Crash. Absolutely slides through an itty bitty spot on the inside, and the Cookies bench loves it. That takes the Cookies over the century mark, and look at that, we've got a tie game!
Unbelievable.
I love that noise. Kitten Crush doing work to hold back that jammer, but it is number 74. Furious George gets out, lead jammer for the Cookies. Fight Crew jammer blew a tire, lost all their momentum, and got caught in the back of the pack, still trying to escape on their initial. Furious George runs into a 3-wall of red at the front. Kitten Crush absolutely holding it down there in the back. The crowd feels weirdly silent.
So quiet. It's very intense right now.
We're all concentrating. There's a lot going on in this pack.
So much. And now we have the coaches for Tough Cookies coaching their team really well.
Yeah, and it was out of play. People in front had to let the Cookies jammer go. She goes, and everyone's so tired, they just called it off. 5 points for the Tough Cookies. Cookies in the lead, 107-102. 7:07 to go in this game.
All right. Cheer on Fight Crew out there. Let's hear it.
There's that woo. I heard that woo.
And now some love for Tough Cookies.
See, if you're trying to hype the crowd, though, you gotta do
I
it a little
know.
hard. You're like, could someone cheer for the cookies? Would you,
please?
cookies
I'm so
fans,
tired.
maybe, perhaps?
Well, it's just so intense right now.
Yeah, but that's why you gotta hype the people.
Gotcha,
All right.
gotcha.
So, Anadeth Chase, arms penalty. Who that? VV Vroom also, directional block.
All right. Tough Cookies in the lead.
That's getting crushed.
Doug's Bunny.
Oh, that's funny. Why did I say Kitten Crush? What's wrong with me?
Doug's Bunny Kitten Crush is on Fight Crew.
Yeah, you'd think I'd know that.
I don't know.
It's right here on my sheet. Bugs Bunny, 4 points, big smiles, calls it off. Are the Cookies taking hold of this match? We'll find out after this official timeout. I want to thank you once again for joining us on YouTube, everybody here in the chat. And if you ever want to rewatch a game, see some highlights, or if you just can't make it here on game day, go to YouTube, look for Derby Dolls, subscribe, tell your friends, send the link to everyone you know, have a viewing party at your house. You have so many options.
Yeah. I want to give a little shout out to all our volunteers here. We are volunteer run by 95%. It seems like 98%.
At least.
But yeah, if you want to volunteer, reach out to us. We need volunteers. We are a nonprofit organization. We're run by the skaters, the referees, and those who just love roller derby.
That's right. And we also want to thank the Vernon Community Fund. This bout is brought to you by the Vernon Community Fund. The Vernon Community Fund provides charitable contributions to community-based organizations and governmental agencies in support of efforts to improve the quality of life, strengthen families, and affirm Vernon's ties with neighboring communities in pursuit of bright futures. We love it here. We're so happy to be in Vernon, and we can't say enough about what y'all have done for us.
Right?
So thank you, City of Vernon.
We love Vernon, and Vernon loves us.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah.
We're pretty cool.
Yeah.
They should love us.
Why not?
Hey, and you know who we love? Nia Brawleton. It is Nia Brawleton's 14th birthday weekend.
Happy birthday, Nia!
Nia Brawleton's
Nia
mom
Brawleton.
wanted to make sure that we gave a little happy birthday HBD shout out to Nia. God, 14. What were you doing when you were 14?
We can't talk about that.
Up to no good.
I was up to no good, doing stuff I shouldn't be doing.
I
Like
was-
studying.
Ooh.
Like not doing my homework. Mhm.
Yeah, no,
Playing
we know
video
what
games.
you were not doing.
Playing video games, drinking too much soda, and eating too much sweets.
All right, we're back at it. Just over 6 minutes to go in this game. Fight Crew fighting hard and gets out. Lead jammer. That's Ziggy Stardust. The blockers in the back have to move forward, and they lose Trauma Queen in the process. Trauma's out for the Cookies. Getting batted all around in that pack is Ziggy Stardust. Ziggy calls it off. Picks up 3 for Fight Crew, 105. It's an 8-point game. Is that right? That's a 6-point game. I wasn't doing my homework. That's a lie.
Yeah, no. I did the least amount of homework I could get away with.
All right, so we have got Ziggy Stardust in the box for an illegal procedure. This is a Tough Cookies Power Jam. Power Jam for Tough Cookies. Stormy Sky, where's the star? Already out in lead. Brick and Bones exhorting the pack to get to the front.
Got a split pack.
When the pack is split, the team in front has to slow down. The team in back has to speed up. It's the responsibility of everybody to reform that pack. Great job by Jurassic Punk picking one off.
Jurassic Punk was doing a good job yo-yoing there with the pack, controlling the speed.
Nice block by Queen Cobra, but then gets sent to the infield. Brooke trying to slow down the progress. Pack's kind of strung out, and Brooke gets told it's time to let that jammer go. Stormy Sky picks up 5, got 10 seconds left. Can Stormy catch this pack and score again?
I'm really impressed with Jurassic Punk's pivoting skills.
Yeah, Jurassic Punk is really on it, but also Brooke and Bones, very good leadership in the pack.
Nice.
Great job by both teams, holds it to just 5 points. 5 points on that power jam, I think.
That is good work on both teams.
Was it 5 points, or am I giving points that weren't awarded? I'm not allowed to award points.
No, that's why we're up here.
Stupid like Johnny, 4 points.
4 points.
Or Casey Cojones. Casey Cojones awards 4 points. Takes the Cookies to 105. Cookies are going to be down 1 blocker, 999 for failure to reform, and 1 jammer. Uh-oh. A back-blocking penalty called on the jammer. So this one's going to be a Fight Crew power jam. With 4:09 left, they're down by 10. Can they close the gap?
Right. Fight Crew jammer just needs to get around twice.
Fight Crew jammer's first got to get out of this pack, which isn't so easy. But Kitten Crush has done it. Kitten's out.
10 points will tie it.
First, they're going to have to catch this fast-moving pack. Rage, Chemical X.
Tough Cookies is keeping it fast.
Furious George looked like Furious might have got picked off, but no. All right, that's 1 pass. 5 points for Fight Crew. 28 seconds left.
Yep. They got to go. This is almost a tie.
Fight Crew holding it down in the back in turn 2. Fight Crew jammer trying to push the action forward, is able to get on in front because the opposing blocker also came off. Kitten Crush picks up 10.
Oh my goodness.
We got a tie game.
3 minutes left on the clock. Score is tied. This is literally anybody's game.
It really is. This is couldn't be closer. Let me start that again. Blockers from both teams in the box, 2 for Fight Crew, 1 for the Cookies, but both teams have jammers again. That's the important bit.
Yeah.
Smackaroni out for the Tough Cookies. Ziggy Stardust goes on defense, but no! Smack slips by low. Both jammers are out, but it's the Cookies in the advantage position.
And the crowd is going wild for this
Smack runs high.
Close game.
Gets 4 more. Huge jam at just the right time for Smackaroni and the Tough Cookies.
This is unbelievable.
Should take them to, I don't want to speak too soon. 8 points. Takes them to 124 to 116. 146 left in the game, and oh my goodness.
Let's hear it. Cheer for your skaters out there.
It is a Tough Cookies power jam. Directional block by Ziggy Stardust means that the Cookies are the only ones who can score in this probably second to last jam, third to last jam.
Cobra's held in that jammer through the second turn.
Rainbow crashes out. Crash has been having a great game today.
Absolutely.
Bloody Holly trying to rejoin their fellow blockers. But Rainbow Crash had a huge hole on the inside, dives right through, doesn't miss a step. Look at Jurassic Park just holding it down up in that corner. I jinx people. When I compliment them, they fall down.
It's like when you're working and you're saying, oh, it's busy today. And then it gets, then everything, no.
Brooke has to let Trauma Queen go. 10 seconds left in the jam. Oh, listen to that crowd. 2, 1, and that's it for this power jam. Cookies really doing themselves some good this time.
Just
10 points!
10 points. Just a few seconds left on the track.
That's right. This could be our last jam of the game. How this works is, at the end of this jam, if the team in the lead has skated clean, the game is over. If the team in the lead has committed a penalty and the other team hasn't, we'll have one more jam. Keep your eyes on head ref Kingslayer in the center, who will either award the game to the winners or pump their arm and call for one last jam. Here is that jam. It is Cookies out in front. Rage wearing the star. This pack is flying.
My goodness. I don't think I saw any penalties there.
We'll have to see how it goes. Rage called it very quickly.
Let's see what the professionals say.
4 more points for the Cookies, takes them to 138, 116, and now, if this is the end of the game, we will invite you all to come down quickly and safely and array yourselves around the edge of this track to give all of these players a well-deserved high five. Here comes Kingslayer with the call. And the Tough Cookies have done it! 138 to 116! Everybody come on down to congratulate them as they take their victory lap.
That was a tight score.
Junior Tough Cookies, Trauma Queen, Luna Shovegood, Rainbow Crash, Anadeth Chase, Smackaroni, Furious George, Rage, Stormy Sky, Ragdoll, Thugs Bunny, Jurassic Punk, Impaler Swift, See Ya Later, TheBomb.com, VV Vroom, Slaying Mantis, Pink Poison, Mad X, Co-Captain Nia Burlington, Captain Chemical X, Coaches Jezza Hell, and Moulin Rouge, your victorious Tough Cookies!
And Fight Crew is Hell on Wheels, Bloody Holly, Wensley Adams, Manic Panic, Beetle Juke, Lash Out Loud, Destroya, Broken Bones, Smackzilla, Jawbreaker, Ziggy Stardust, Mayhem, Phoebe Punisher, Courtney Shove, Gizmo, Queen Cobra, Jolteon, Stitches, Raven, Kitten Crush, and your coaches, Lusty Loveless and Dooms Daisy. Way to put it all out there on the track today.
We want to thank our EMTs, our rad crew. Thanking housekeeping, the events people, the junior coaches who train these skaters and just dedicate it all to them. And we want to thank you, the parents, the families, the family members and loved ones who trust our league with your most precious possessions, those skaters. Thank you all so much. Stick with us. We're going to be back at 6:30 for the adult bout. It's just, also Cookies and Fight Crew? I don't know. We'll find out.
No, it's not. It's VB.
Oh, VB.
And Cookies.
And Cookies.
Yes.
So tune into that at 6:30.
Yeah, Varsity Brawlers and Tough Cookies today.
And make sure that you come on back here on April 25th for Junior Fight Crew versus Junior Scream Queens. Until then, I'm Trixie Biscuit.
And I'm Whiskers.
And we're telling you to be well, be safe, and be back here next month for our more exciting roller derby action.
And please hydrate.